From Neural Newscast, this is Deep Dive, exploring the moments that shape today.
Welcome to Deep Dive. I'm Victor Hale.
And I'm Margaret Ellis. Today is April 12th, 2026, a date that seems to have a special pull on the gravitational forces of history.
It really is a day defined by high-stakes breakthroughs. Whether we're looking at the courtroom of international public opinion or a rocket on a launch pad, the events of April 12th established new precedents for what humanity is capable of achieving.
Exactly. And nowhere is that more evident than in the spring of 1961. When you look back at the primary records of the early space race, the tension is just palpable. Everyone was waiting for the first person to break the atmosphere.
That person was Yuri Gagarin. On April 12, 1961, the 27-year-old Soviet cosmonaut boarded Vostok 1. It was a mission that lasted only 108 minutes, Margaret, but those minutes effectively reshaped the global hierarchy.
What fascinates me, Victor, is the operational risk involved. Gagarin didn't actually land inside his capsule. The system design required him to eject at about 23,000 feet and parachute down separately. It was a planned ejection, but it underscores the sheer uncertainty of that first orbit.
No doubt. He landed safely, though, cementing Soviet supremacy in space at a time when the world was watching for any sign of technological weakness. He became a national hero instantly, a face for a whole new era.
Right. It's also worth noting the continuity of this date in the NASA archives. Exactly 20 years after Gagarin's flight on April 12, 1981, the United States launched the Space Shuttle Columbia.
That is such a striking coincidence. Columbia was STS-1, the very first mission of the Space Shuttle program. It was the world's first reusable spacecraft, which was a massive shift in how we approached the cost and logistics of leaving Earth.
It is the only date in history where two such distinct milestones in space exploration align, from the first single-use orbit to the first reusable shuttle, precisely 2 decades apart. It's as if the calendar itself marks the rhythm of our progress.
While we look at the stars, we also have to look at the people who shaped our world closer to home. We have 3 notable birthdays today, starting with a giant of the American legislative system, Henry Clay, born in 1777.
Clay is known to history as the Great Compromiser. He was a senator, Speaker of the House, and Secretary of State. His specialty was navigating the institutional drift that was pulling the United States towards civil war over the issue of slavery.
Absolutely. He was instrumental in the Missouri Compromise and the Compromise of 1850. He viewed the law as a tool for stability, even if his attempts were ultimately temporary measures. He ran for president 3 times and lost, but his influence on the structure of the American government was profound.
Moving from the halls of Congress to the world of music, we have the birthday of Herbie Hancock, born in 1940. If Clay was a master of compromise, Hancock is a master of innovation.
Hancock is a legendary jazz pianist and composer. Many listeners know him for his work with the Miles Davis Quintet, but he was also a pioneer in fusing jazz with funk and electronic elements.
I've spent time looking at his discography, Victor, particularly albums like Maiden Voyage and Headhunters. He didn't just play music, he built new sonic systems. He was one of the first to truly embrace synthesizers in a jazz context, showing how technology can expand artistic intent.
That's remarkable. And he continues that work today through the Herbie Hancock Institute of Jazz. His career, much like our third birthday subject, is a study in longevity and evolution.
That would be David Letterman, born in 1947. He spent 33 years on late-night television, hosting over 6,000 episodes between NBC and CBS.
Letterman changed the format of the late-night talk show. He moved away from the more formal style of his predecessors and introduced something more subversive and unpredictable. He prioritized a certain kind of dry, observational wit that that influenced an entire generation of broadcasters.
His career is a fascinating record of consistency. To stay relevant in a system as volatile as television for 3 decades requires an incredible ability to adapt without losing your core identity.
From the first human in orbit to the great compromiser, and from jazz-funk pioneers to the kings of late night, April 12th shows us that history isn't just a list of dates. It's a record of people pushing against the boundaries of what is possible.
It is about those moments where intent meets outcome. Whether it's 108 minutes in space or 33 years on a television set, these records tell the story of our ambition.
I'm Victor Hale. Thank you for joining us today.
And I'm Margaret Ellis. To explore more about today's stories, visit deepdive.neuralnewscast.com. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Newscast.
This has been Deep Dive on Neural Newscast, exploring the moments that shape today.